Well, hello, everybody. We have another special guest here today. We have Jason with us, and he's going to be sharing some more information about Legal Shield.
Perfect. Well, yeah, I'm really hoping nobody's rolling their eyes because, to be honest, over the next 10, 15 minutes, they're going to be able to see something that totally changed my life. About a year ago, I was actually introduced to Legal Shield, and about 14 months ago, I actually lost my kid's mother unexpectedly, and unfortunately, we hadn't had a will set up. And I've been taking care of our daughter since she's 3 years old. She's not my biological daughter, but I've been taking care of her since she's three, and she's now 13 years old. So, because not having a will, and when her mom passed away, me not being her biological father, I'm now separated from my kids. And when I found out that there was a service like Legal Shield out there to be able to protect people like me, protect other people to get them prepared for their darkest days, it's been a mission of mine now to be able to go out there and help as many people as possible to be protected. To give a little background on myself, my name is Jason Bimji. I'm a local entrepreneur here in Southwest Florida area. I actually own 11 companies ranging from restaurants to CBD stores, medical marijuana certifications, pizzerias, sports facilities, a little bit of everything. And when I seen the service, I was actually a little blindsided because I felt a little upset the fact that if I would have known about this, then I wouldn't have my kids, crying every night, on Zoom saying goodnight to each other because now they're separated just because of this one piece of paper that the will. So, just to give you guys a little bit of a background, with Legal Shield, this is a 52-year-old company. This company has withstanded the test of time. It's been founded actually by an incredible individual, Harlan Stonecipher. When he got into a wreck in the 60s, he was in a head-on collision, and actually the lady that hit him while he was in the hospital sued him. So he spent his life savings to be able to protect himself. And actually, he was a teacher and an insurance agent. So he understood that we had car insurance for when we got a car. He understood we had health insurance for when we got hurt. But when he got his whole bank account wiped out because of how insanely expensive the lawyer system is, this is where Legal Shield was created. So now, 52 years later, we have almost 5 million customers around the United States and Canada. And what we're doing is we're bringing affordable lawyer service and identity protection to the average person, to the average business owner, because for $30, for $1 a day, you can protect your whole family with legal protection. So I'll kind of just dive right into it if that's okay with you, James.
Absolutely, go for it.
All right, perfect. So our services is not like a whole portfolio or a whole book of stuff. We have three services, okay? We have legal protection, we have identity protection for individuals, families, and businesses. So with the legal protection, for like I said, $1 a day, $29.95, it covers you, your family. So it can cover you, your wife, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your kids, up to 10 kids. Now, when I said your wife, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, it can't be both. It can only be one. So, just a funny joke there. But in all seriousness, for $1 a day, you're protecting your whole family, guys. And what that's going to cover for this membership, because this is a monthly membership where you're going to get your will done, estate planning, power of attorney. Now, understand, just in those three things, that's saving somebody thousands of dollars for this $1 a day membership. So they're getting their will done, estate planning, power of attorney, writing letters on their behalf, reviewing contracts on their behalf. If you were to get a speeding ticket, no matter what state you're in, our lawyers will actually go to court for you on your behalf to be able to fight for you so you don't get any points on your license, and to hopes that you don't get any insurance premiums going up. That's a huge thing. So if you have teenage drivers or if you drive like a teenager, then this is definitely a good service for you. And then also another crazy thing, our service actually has 60 hours of a trial defense lawyer built into it. So the average trial defense lawyer is right around $500 an hour. To be able to have 60 hours plugged into your membership for $1 a day, I mean, that's pretty incredible. And then also you have 25 hours of a tax audit attorney if you were to ever get audited by the government. And then you also have a 25% discount just for being a member of us. Say if you were to get any criminal activity, any DUIs, anything that I didn't just mention, you get a 25% discount. Another thing that's really huge, like I said, I have a 13-year-old. She's going to be getting up to the age where she's going out with her friends. And, with the service that we offer, we've revolutionized the game. So we do everything through an app. Just like Amazon revolutionized the game, we used to have to go to the mall to go shop. Now Amazon is taking over the game where all you have to do is tap an app in your phone and you can have something delivered to you tomorrow. The same thing with Pandora and Spotify. They revolutionized the game with the way that we listen to music. You don't have to go and buy a CD or a record anymore, although records are coming back. But you don't have to do that anymore. You can literally just download an app. We're in a subscription based model society right now. Every single person actually is probably being overcharged for subscriptions they don't even use. But now with this subscription, they can actually have actual legal representation and have a lawyer on retainer. So with the legal services, I know we're helping tons of families. Like I said, all around the United States and Canada.
Certainly, and I have used Legal Shield in the past um, when I was litigating through pro se, and the attorneys at Legal Shield, what they actually do is they find a local attorney close to you. Or at least that's what they did at the time. I guess they still do that. And
No,
no, oh, so how does that work? So you obviously you need to have an attorney in your own jurisdiction. Now, I do want to mention. Wait, hold on, Jason. Is this for the U.S. only, or Canada, or
yeah, USA and
international?
Canada. Yeah. So actually, what our company has done is our law firms, you have to be in your bar association in your state for over 25 years to actually be in our lawyer attorney service, like in our network. And then you can have no disciplinary actions on your name. So this isn't just like a lawyer that's coming right out of college. A lot of people are always like, oh, well, what kind of lawyer am I going to get for $30? My reaction is always, what kind of doctor do you get with your $30 copay? Same exact thing. Same exact thing. We are just we are having a collective buying power. It's just like a gym membership. You say 100 people buy a gym membership, maybe 30% of them actually use it. With our membership, it's like just like car insurance. You don't. A lot of times you don't want to have to use it. You don't want to get in a wreck, but when you do get in a wreck, you want to have the support and that insurance to be able to make sure that you're protected financially and anything else that comes up. It's the same thing with our service.
Again, it's good for here in the United States, Canada, and also international as well.
Well, not yet, but we're working on some things where we're going to actually be in Puerto Rico very soon, and working on some other things. But right now, we're just focused hardcore on the U.S. and Canadian bases.
Why don't you tell us a little bit more about this ID Shield program?
Perfect. I'd love to. Yeah. So Identity Shield is actually incredible because there's a lot of companies out there that are claiming to be able to, fully monitor you, but there's not many that will actually fully restore you. So our service is actually phenomenal because for 1995, you're going to be covering an individual. For 34.95, it covers your whole family. So your wife, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your kids, up to the age of 18, unless they're in the military or school, covered up to the age of 26. Also, if you have any what's the word? Any kind of oh, sorry. Yeah, don't worry, you can skip through that part. But yeah, so we're out here really just trying to empower people because I don't know if you've seen recently, but there was just a huge breach of over 3 billion social security numbers from the Social Security Administration. There's so many reports on a monthly, weekly, daily basis that we're hearing of these huge organizations and huge companies of hackers getting into their database and now collecting and stealing millions of different social security numbers, and now all of our information is all over the dark web.
Oh wow, yeah. So how does ID Shield protect you in that particular case? Do they have attorneys that go to court, or do they talk to your creditors, or how's that? Well, creditors. You shouldn't have any
Yeah,
creditors, right?
absolutely. So with the membership, so just like the legal plan, it's a month-to-month bet membership. And guys, there's no contracts for this, but a lot of times what happens is once you partner up and you become a member of us, 87% of the people are staying on once they use the service because they see it's a very affordable service, but it's also something that's very needed. It's scary times right now, But with Identity Shield, like I said, for the 1995 for an individual and 34.95 for the family, what's going to happen is you're going to become a member. And the first thing that's most important is that you're going to be covered up to $3 million if you were to ever get any kind of fraudulent activity onto your account. Now, I know this is very significant because the government only actually covers us up to one quarter of a million. 250,000 we're only covered by our government. So the fact that we're covered up to $3 million is very, very powerful. And I know me personally, as a business owner, it gives me a lot of, it just makes me feel really well to know that, God forbid, when we're working hard, somebody comes in and hacks us, we're protected of all the money that we're actually working hard for. So another great thing with once you're a member with our service is if you were to ever get hacked, you're actually going to be put a licensed private investigator onto your account at no additional cost. So if you're only paying $20 for an individual or 35 for your family, there is no cost to get your account back to pre-hack status. So again, if your account was at, say your credit was at 800 or 750, and now because of the hack and because of everything that's going on, you're down to 500. Say our license of private investigators takes 250 or 450 hours. There is not one extra penny that you will be paying because our membership, it fully watches your information, but it will fully restore your information. So we're not just telling you, hey, there's a fire in your house. We're going to actually do all the work to be able to get that fire out.
So, Jason, how retroactive is the ID Shield service? Like, if you have a current issue right now and you jump into it, will they actually help you if it was in the past?
Yeah, they will. So what we like to try to teach people is that once you're a member, you're covered from then on. But now, if you were to have an issue and you needed us to protect and take care of it, there will be a slight charge for us to proact it to act like you were a member back then. But it's definitely capable for us to handle that, no problem.
Wow, that's amazing. So, thank you, Jason, for sharing a little bit more about ID Shield. So, if you would like to learn more about um, identity theft and how you can be protected from it, go ahead and text pound info slash James to 321-216-8047. And there's also a link down below in the description. Um, you can, by the way, that this particular service is good for what the United States, Canada, and maybe it'll expand a little bit out off
Well,
other
right now
countries.
we're focused hardcore on United States and Canada. Right now our goal is to be able. Right now we're only at 3% market penetration. So our goal is to be a household name. So over the next 10 years, every single person is going to know about Legal Shield and ID Shield. Our goal is to have 20 million members by 2025.
What are some of the things that, if you own a business, how Legal Shield can help you?
Well, for me being a serial entrepreneur, I own 11 companies. So when I first seen this, I was paying around $25,000 every other quarter with my lawyer's fees for contracting documents, reviewing documents, taking care of in and out of state matters. Excuse me. So there's so many things that a business owner is actually needing a lawyer for. But unfortunately, most of the times, if you don't have $300 or $400 an hour, then you're not spending that extra money to be able to go get those questions asked or those contracts reviewed or whatever the case may be. So with Legal Shield, we actually take care of individuals and families, right? We've already kind of talked about that. But our third portion of our services is actually businesses. So we are able to go in and talk to anybody that owns a business and help them dramatically to be able to instead of paying monthly, instead of paying hourly, now we're paying monthly. So we're helping people. Now, the best thing about this is we have three different plans. One for $49. We don't really talk too much about that because a lot of people are doing out of state business and having contracts and stuff done with vendors in and out of state. But if they don't, then they can definitely handle that $50 plan. But the most plans that we really offer is the $99 plan and the $169 plan. Now, this is only monthly. Now, the best part about this too, guys, is all the write off because it's for your business. But we're going to be here for the $99 plan. We're just going to talk about the middle one because this is one that I sell a lot because for one, you're allowed to have up to 3 members per account. So you don't have to have each of your business partners on a membership, you can literally have up to 3 members on one account. And you're going to have unlimited amounts of advice and consultations with 1 hour of research per consultation. You're going to have letters and phone calls, up to 20 communications per year. Now, you're going to have designated consultations to where you have 5 30-minute consultations talking about copyright, international law, and multiple other things. You got document reviews, 20 document reviews, up to 20 pages for free. Guys, this is crazy. This is all included in the $99 a month. Now, this is huge. You're able to get a trademark and a copyright with the $99 plan or the $169 plan for free. It's included. So that right there is saving people thousands of dollars to be able to protect their logos or to protect their quotes or whatever they're doing for their business. Employee handbooks. You actually can do an employee handbook for a flat fee of $750. Custom contract draft, $250 for up to a 25-page contract. This is huge. I know so many of my friends do business and they're always like, who does your contracts? Legal Shield. And it's simple because all you have to do is tap an app. Once you have the membership, what's going to happen is you're always going to be able to write a paragraph once you request a consult with your lawyer, and then a calendar link is going to pop up. So then you can pick the time and date you want the lawyer to reach back out to you, and then you're good to go. They reach out to you, and then you figure out what's going on. But with the membership, you also are going to get IRS tax services for 25 hours, and then you have trial defense that you can add on. Now, Legal Shield has an add-on for a trial defense, to where if you ever get sued as a business owner, you now have 100 hours of a trial defense lawyer for $15 a month, which is crazy because that only costs $185 for the whole year for that business owner. But a trial defense lawyer averages about $500 an hour. So you go 500 times 100. We're saving these business owners anywhere from $50,000 to $60,000 if they were to ever get sued. So the business memberships are very, very, very special, and they are very proactive. So you're able to get ahead of your problems before you even know that you have problems. And that's what we're all here about, Legal Shield. So I hope that was able to go over the business plan good for you. And the good thing too is if anybody ever has any information, all you have to do is text this number right here below, and you're going to be able to, we'll text you a video of everything that we just talked about, but way more in depth, so you can kind of see it in your own ears, your own eyes, see it in your own time, so you can kind of make an educated decision if this is something that you need to do to protect your business.
Thank you so much. So, does Legal Shield help with incorporation? Say you want to set up an LLC, and
Yeah, they're going to help you with the process of all of that. Now, with the $49 plan, they don't do a lot of that stuff. You're going to get a 25% discount with a lot of the things. But with the $99 plan and the other one that's the higher package, you get all that access to help you with all those things.
very good. Yeah, I actually got a cease and desist letter from Transcendental something like that. Be careful, I don't know what to say their
Yeah,
names.
maybe not.
But I was promoting their products with my products, and they didn't like that. So what I did is, I would tell everybody the story. That whole group is, to me, anyway, I'm going to go too much detail, but there was a split. So I found the split, and the other group that did the same thing. They called it something else, and I just changed the name. But it would have been great to have something like Legal Shield on my side at that point, because I think that was just a bogus letter. But
Well, there's just so many times where people are asking their friends or their mom or their dad or their neighbor advice on something that could be detrimental to your business. So now that you have a membership where it's 100% write off for your business, and you have lawyers in all the different divisions and all the different categories that you can ever imagine to be able to speak to you for any issues you're ever having for your business. I mean, you can't go wrong. As we spoke before about the legal plan being $29.95, covers your whole family, and you're going to get your will, estate planning, power of attorney, writing letters on your behalf, reviewing contracts, documents, going to court for you if you ever get a speeding ticket, trial defense built into the membership, 25% discount on criminal stuff. You guys already heard it all. But with this membership, you're actually able to add some add-ons that are very, very valuable. I know I live in Florida, and pretty much every single person has a gun. So they have a gun supplement for $14.95. All of our supplements are only $14.95. and you actually are going to be protected if you ever have to use your weapon responsibly. So if you ever have to, actually pull out your firearm and use it, now you're going to have representation from our law firms to be able to make sure that you're going to be protected. And then for anybody that drive Lyft, drive Uber Eats, anything like that, we actually have a or a supplement for anybody that drives or does any kind of the Uber Eats and Lyft and all that stuff. It's a supplement for that. So where if you ever get in an accident with anybody in your vehicle and actually gets hurt, you're gonna have an actual attorney to be able to protect you. Now I know Uber Eats and Lyft and all these people, they have really good contracts, but they're for the company, not for the driver. So a lot of people are like, "Oh, I'm protected. I have Lyft and I have Uber." No, no, no. The company is always going to protect themselves. And I can promise you, if you ever get in an accident where you hurt somebody very bad, they will drop you like a bad habit and you'll be stuck with all the lawyer fees by yourself. So that's a huge thing. For only $15, you're able to actually protect anybody that's in those professions. And then also another one that's huge is going to be the trial defense. We talked about it with our businesses, and a lot of times individuals are just as risk as businesses when you own a business, because a lot of times they sue your business, but they also sue you too. So you can have that same trial defense that we add for a business for $15 a month, $14.95. You're going to have 100 hours of a trial defense lawyer. So in case you were to ever get sued, and again, guys, remember this: an average trial defense lawyer costs around $500 to $600. So if you were to ever get sued, we're going to save you $50,000 to $60,000 just by having this $15 a month supplement, right? And then another one that we have is, it's not $15, but it's $29.95. And if you have a business with no employees, if you have any kind of a rental company or any kind of Airbnb or anything like that, if you're a realtor, insurance agent with no employees, you can actually have an add-on with the legal plan for $29.95, and you're going to have a business lawyer to be able to protect you for your business issues, and then a legal law firm to be able to take care of your family issues as well. So these supplements are very powerful, but you have to make sure that you have them with the legal plan.
Certainly, and you don't want to go through a point in your life where you're not covered, and then you come back you know about Legal Shield, but you didn't do it. So
I
um,
see so many people so many times where, they hear about the information and they're like, "Oh, I'll talk to my husband or I'll talk to my wife or I'll think about it." And then a week later, they're calling me saying, "Hey, I had this so and so incident." And it's like, if you would have signed up as the member, you would have got we would have taken care of you 100%. But now, since you waited till after the issue happened, we're going to have to give you a 25% discount. So I'm always trying to preach be proactive. You don't buy car insurance after you get in a car wreck. Actually, you wouldn't even be able to get it. So it's like the same thing with our membership. To have the ID Shield and the legal plan together for an individual, it's only $50. To cover the whole family, it's only $65. So for, under $2 or a little over $2, you're protecting either you as an individual or your whole family. So it's an absolute no-brainer. There's a lot of times, I talked about this on a different podcast a couple weeks ago, and everybody is on a subscription-based model nowadays. We're in a subscription society. So there's so many people that are paying $20 for YouTube, or $20 for Netflix, or for gym memberships that they don't go to. There's so many times that people are paying for stuff that they don't need. But with this, if they were to just buy it and forget about it, whenever bad things happen in their life, they'll be 100% protected.
Wow, great. That's amazing, Jason. So, if you like to learn more about Legal Shield and how it can help you or your business or your employees of your business, go ahead and text pound info/James to 321 216 8047. So, you can also click on the link in the description. So, everybody, thank you all for coming on today. And of course, Jason and our audience members, we will all see you all later. Thank you all.
Have a great day. Be blessed. Thank you so much.